Bombardier LearJet, building the perfect private jet. LearJet, the private jet utilized by celebrities, is something close to perfection. Do you know about this perfect private jet? If you want to know, keep watching the video till the end. Here we begin. Let me inform you first that the Bombardier's recent private jet is presently in service. So to know every detail, watch it till the end. So you must have heard that the first LearJet 75 Liberty was just sent to its first buyer earlier this month, which is the latest success of Bombardier's powerhouse private jet sector. After 15 months in advancement, the delivery captions the second Bombardier aircraft to join service this year with the long-range Global 5500. So, what is the history behind it? Do you have any ideas? Well, let's talk about it too. A staple of American aviations is the LearJet output line dates back to 1963. It was when the first ever LearJet took off, and then Bombardier acquired the LearJet corporations in 1990 and proceeded with the improvement of the aircraft with new criteria, giving rise to it being one of the ancient aircraft households still flying in every part of the world. A cleaner layout with more elective conveniences enables dropping the expense, while a modern 6-seat layout headlining a private office-like space provides a near cross-country span of 2,080 nautical miles. So, what are its updates? Are you wondering about it? Let's discuss it now. Bombardier first declared in 2012 that the LearJet 75 would give a new update to an iconic product line with boosts in range and performance if we compare it to its ancestors. What about its engines? Strong Honeywell TFE731 engines were installed, which give a tremendous thrust, and the redesigned winglets enhanced fuel efficiency by 4%. But this private jet was more costly than its light jet adversaries from Cessna and Embraer by around $3 million. So Bombardier went back to the sketchboard and generated the Liberty. It is a $9.9 million aircraft that could better play against other light jets in rate while outshining them. Now let's talk about this new aircraft Liberty. Showing off a span of 2,080 nautical miles, the Liberty can grab city sets like New York, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Orlando, and Boston, Albuquerque if the circumstances are right. You would find that the LearJet 75 and 75 Liberty are quite similar. Although they are similar from the outside, the distinctions between the LearJet 75 and 75 Liberty are largely seen in the inner cabin and performance abilities. You will find that the excellent layout for the jet is 6 seats with an all-club seat layout, although that can be transformed up to 8 according to the customer preferences. The executive suite, nearly like a private office in the sky, gives rise to the 6-seat layout standard. Just imagine you are at the conference with your colleagues in the sky. Pretty awesome, right? Well, you will see that the first 2 seats of the aircraft are reinstated with a huge retractable table sheltered in the sidewall. If this space is vacated open, you will find nearly 3 feet of legroom instead of establishing another seat. Bombardier has even established an ottoman for more solace. Now, let's now talk about the suites. You will find that the executive suite seats encounter away from the rest of the aircraft. By this, it offers a handful of privacy. This is about the executive suite, but what about the club suite? The club suite then houses the remaining 4 seats, organized in sets facing each other. You will find that each seat in this space has 24 inches of legroom, although that's probably decreased if the neighboring seat is seized. They furthermore feature recline and swivel abilities, and both seat sets have their table that's stuck in the sidewall. Also folded into the sidewall are storage cavities where the in-seat power can be found. You won't find any divider in the suites. Yes, you heard it right. There is no divider between the executive suite and the club suite. But there's one thing that separates them. You'll find a pocket door that distinguishes the entire cabin from the cockpit and galley. It aims at improving cabin muteness. In addition, an 8-seat format would see the expansions of 2 seats in front of the aircraft, eliminating the executive suite and decreasing the span by 40 nautical miles. The cockpit headlines one of Bombardier's most progressive flight decks is known as the Vision Flight Deck, which features a Garmin G5000 avionics suite. You will find high-definition displays comprising the main flight exhibits with navigational graphs accessible at the click of a mouse and synthetic visions that helps to navigate pilots through the clouds. Huge W-shaped control yokes provide the classic airplane sense to pilot flying the aircraft, and the flight supervision's computers are even touchscreen. Let me tell you that it's not a stand-up aircraft, with the cabin scaling just 4 feet and 11 inches tall, and that's fused by a width of 5 feet and 1 inch. The product line has come a long path from the LearJet 23, which initially flew in 1963. This is because there are so many celebrities who have this historical jet. This is the iconic aircraft for American aviation, and as I told you earlier, the jet could be found in the fleets of idols like Frank Sinatra and James Brown. Even after a half-century of flight, the all-around layout of the fuselage stays the same from the LearJet 23 to the Liberty. So that's all for today. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Remember to subscribe and smash the bell icon to get more uploads like this. Until we meet again, take care.